Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Jessica Zoria. Today we will discuss the biography of James Fenimore Cooper, 1789 to 1851, life and works. James Fenimore Cooper was born on September 15, 1789 in Burlington, New Jersey, the 11th of 12 children. When he was 1 year old, he moved with parents William and Elizabeth to Cooperstown on Otsego Lake in central New York. During Cooper's boyhood, there were few backwoods settlers left and even fewer Indians. However, Cooper's early experiences in this frontier town gave him the background knowledge used in the Pioneers 1923. After boarding school in Albany, Cooper attended Yale College from 1803 to 1805 but was expelled. Apparently, his expulsion stemmed from a dangerous prank that involved him blowing up another student's door. There, Cooper acquired his lifelong distaste for New Englanders. In 1806, he became a sailor and then a midshipman in the Navy. At 20, he inherited a fortune from his father and married Susan Augusta de Lancey, the daughter of a wealthy family that had remained loyalist during the Revolution. Cooper married de Lancey New Year Day, 1811, and for 2 years he led the life of a country gentleman. When all five of his older brothers died, leaving widows and children behind, Fenimore began searching for work and wealth. In 1820, Cooper's life bet him that he could write a book better than the one she was reading. What followed was Precautions, 1820, a novel of morals and manners that showed the influence of Jane Austen. With a pleasant enough reception, he published The Spy, A Tale of Neutral Ground, 1821, the first historical romance about the American Revolution. Then, on its success, Fenimore moved to New York City to pursue writing as a career. While in New York, he founded the Bread and Cheese Club and became the center of a circle that included notable painters of the Hudson River School as well as writers like William Cullen Bryant. In 1823, Cooper published The Pioneer, which eventually consisted of 5 books about Natty Bumppo, called The Leather-Shocking Tales. With this, he created what can be critically viewed as the first American novel and hero. He also brought up the thematical complexities of nature right versus legal rights, order versus change, and wilderness versus civilization, which still fill the pages of American writer today. In 1826, at the height of the popularity, he sailed from Europe for what became a 7-year stay. He wrote the Prairie 1827 and Notion of the Americans 1828 are defense of the United States against the attacks of European travels under the half patronizing epithet of the American Scot. He wrote three historical novels that mimicked the writing of Sir Walter Scott. Returning to the US in 1833, Cooper was so hurt by a review that he penned a letter to his countrymen 1834, which was a bitter attack on American provincialism. He also became involved in disputes in Cooperstown, where he was attacked by newspaper as a false aristocrat poisoned by European influences. In response, Cooper immersed himself in lawsuit aimed at gaining damages that would tame the irresponsibility of the press. Cooper established the principle that reviewers must work within the bounds of truth when they deal with an author rather than the book. Even with this scandal at his heels, Cooper continued to write a school primer, The American Democrat, 1838, and three more leather soaking tales, The Last of the Mohicans, 1826, The Pathfinder, 1840, and The Deer Slayer, 1841. Then came Cooper's obsession with the sea from his previous experience in the Navy. He planned the story of the Navy of the United States of America, 1839, the Cruise of Somers, 1844, and the Distinguished American Naval Officers, 1846. At the time of his death on September 14, 1851, Cooper was more successful and respected abroad than at home. Out of, out of step with his countrymen, his work was very influential to Europe. Writers like Honor de Balzac and Leo Tolstoy. Yet the weaknesses of Fenimore fiction are quite well known and widespread. Mark Twain tore apart Fenimore romanticism in Fenimore Cooper's Literary Offenses, 1895. Clearly, Fenimore tone was criticized as being reactionary, romantic, and pedagogical in tone. However, Cooper did contribute a great deal to the genre of American fiction in the grand enterprises. Even today, everyone has read books and seen films that are directly and indirectly affected by Cooper's conception of Nitty Bumpoo and his creation of the novel his creation of the American novel.